So these are the best free fonts that you should be using for your clothing brand in 2026. Like the last video I did, I would strongly recommend still learning how to make fonts yourself. Plus it will test and build your creative skills. The first one I'm going to recommend is BBH Sans Bartel. Again, and I stand by whoever's naming these fonts, should be executed. Great font, especially if you like the Akira bold font. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's a great alternative. It has the same look and feel, but again, it's free. And that's very important. Works in formal and informal scenarios. If you have a luxury clothing brand and you want to expand, this is a great font for that. The next font I'm going to recommend is Rose Martin. Now this is a serious boy font. So again, this is targeting the luxury demographic when it comes to clothing brands, but it's really nice font for a logo base. And I really like this font. It has a lot of curves, it has a lot of straight edges, it has a lot of different angles that you could utilize for yourself and make creative designs with. Again, this font is amazing. So that's Rose Martin. Ravcan Book. I really like this font. It's more on the playful side. It's bold, so it's confident, and it works well in a lot of scenarios where you want to stand out. Let's say you have a graphic that's really busy and you want your brand name to be the focus. Using this font can retarget people's eyes towards your brand name, thus helping your marketing. This one is for all my Y2K, experimental baddies. This font is for them. This is called Ancestral Recall. It's a great font. It looks like hieroglyphs, and it's very stylized. And usually I stay away from very stylized fonts, but again, they work well in having an oomph to your design. If your design is boring, add this to it, bam, 10 million likes on Instagram. I'm exaggerating here, but again, it's good fun. It's cool. It's cool. I strongly believe I have dyslexia the more I try to read this. Thernelli. You know what? I'm not even going to Google check these. This font, serious, bold, and confident. Works well for a clothing brand that wants to make tags or any sort of branding elements. Again, these bold fonts are meant to be bold for a reason. They're meant to stand out. They're meant to be heard. So I reckon this font would be great for basically branding, tags, logos, and just general everyday use. Genaminato. Genaminato. That's 100% wrong. So this font is exactly like the last one we just looked at, but again, it's more playful. You have a more stylized version of that font. This would be great for logos, but you have to use it intentionally. It's one of those fonts where it's like, it works in this scenario, but if I try to put it here, it's gonna look a bit odd. That's why I say it's a really good font for a logo, especially that you could isolate it by itself, add a different element, and bam, you have a logo for your brand. This one is called ZTOTs. ZTOTs. Yeah, I really like this font because it is playful, but also very formal. And that's why I'm going through this for all these different fonts. I want fonts that can be unique, but also be used in everyday use. Like even with the Y2K font we went over, just a very good font all around. Now, let's say you have some hand-drawn elements in your design and you want a font that can complement those hand-drawn looks. And this font is called Dream Life, and that's exactly what it is. It's a really nice font, looks solid, bold again, but it looks like it's been done by a marker. And that's a good thing because then you could go in, add your own hand-drawn elements, and they would tie into this font and complement what you've already done or add to what you're trying to do. This one is kind of heavy. It's called XL. It's a really nice font, but again, it is super stylized, so you have to use this with caution. I would 100% use this on a standalone design by itself. But again, if your brand is playful or you have no strong identity with your brand, some of those brands where it's just like bing, blam, blom, blum, anything, you're just trying out things. This is a good font to try out. Tribullium. This reminds me heavily of Hellstar. It has that aesthetic and it's a really nice font. So if you've seen Balenciaga and them using those tribal tattoos within their graphics, this would complement that style of hoodie exceptionally well because it has that feel. It's still readable and it's a very sick font. Like it just catches your eye. It looks like a tattoo, and that was the whole vibe. A tribal tattoo, that explains that name. Tribullium. It's gonna be something simple, but I can't read. So the last one is Bonk. I really like this font. It is so nice to look at. I don't know, fonts like this that look like they've been made by humans are really pleasing to look at. And this font would complement almost any sort of graphic. So those are the summaries of the new fonts I've been using and I'm going to continue using for 2026. I know we have this thing where you grab a few fonts and you recycle them throughout different projects. Every few months, I'll go through on FontMeme is what I use to download fonts, and I'll grab a bunch of fonts and just download them and force myself to use them in projects. And I've been working on a very large collection for a client, and I've been trying to utilize these fonts throughout that project. Like always, I hope you guys enjoy this little quick video. I love you. I'll see you when I see you. Peace.